Hi children. So today we will start the third chapter, fiber to fabric. Before coming to the main concept, we are going to know about some important terms. First, you can see what is fiber. We should know what is fiber. A fiber is a long hair-like structure which is the basic unit of a fabric. That is a fabric that you are using, that you are wearing, the clothes that you are wearing, that are all made up of fabric, and this fabric is ultimately made up of fine thread-like structure, hair-like structure. They are known as fibers. What is yarn? A long strand which are made up of fibers are known as yarns. So then these fine strands, they are just put together, then they are rolled and twisted, and they are made into thread-like structures. They are known as yarn. And next, what is fabric? The woven material which are used to make clothes are called fabric. So this yarn that we obtain, this yarn is converted into fabric by two different processes. One is weaving and other one is knitting. Okay, so now we are going to read about all these process in details. So what is the main process? How we are getting the fabric from the fiber? First of all, we will take the fiber and then we have to make it into yarn. There is a process by making, with the help of which we can make the yarn, that is known as spinning. S-P-I-N-N-I-N-G, spinning. And then thereafter, this yarn that is produced after spinning is converted into fabric. And they are done by two processes, as I told you. One is weaving and the another one is knitting. So this is the ultimate process by which we can prepare a fabric out of fiber. And what is this fabric use? This fabric is used to produce clothes. So we prepare clothes from fabric, and clothes again, you know, they are of two types. One is stitch cloth, S-T-I-T-C-H-E-D, stitched cloth, and the other one is unstitched cloth. So as the term suggests, stitch means that we do stitching in the clothes. They are called the stitched cloths, and in those clothes we do not do the stitching. They are known as unstitched cloth. Examples of stitched cloths is that shirt, pant, trousers, anything that are used to do stitching. And the unstitched one, you have seen sari, your mother, your grandparents, nani, dadi wearing saris, that is unstitched. Dhoti also you have seen, that is also an unstitched cloth. Gamcha, you know, that is also an unstitched cloth. Dupatta also that you wear, that is also example of unstitched cloth. So what is the proper series? That is fiber. Fiber after spinning is converted to yarn. Yarn after weaving or knitting is converted to fabric, and fabric, out of the fabric we prepare clothes, and clothes are of two types, stitched clothes and unstitched clothes. Now we are going to know that the source of these fibers, the sources of these fibers may be a natural source, and again it may be a artificial or synthetic source. Natural source, we know again the natural source may be of two types of sources. One is plant and the other one is animal. Plant source, from the plant what do we get? We will give some example like jute, cotton, flax, and in animal we can give example like wool, silk. So these are the examples of plant fiber and animal fiber. And in synthetic fiber, what are synthetic fibers? Synthetic fibers are the fibers that are made in the factories out of chemical substances. So now we are going to see the definition. Natural fibers that come from the plants and animals are found in the nature are called natural fibers. Example we have already discussed. Synthetic fiber, that is fiber that are made up of chemical substances, that is substances not found directly in nature, and are classified as synthetic fibers, including their examples are nylon, acrylic, polyester. You can add rayon also. So just see whatever some of the fibers, plants and animal fibers you can see, and synthetic fiber also, nylon, makmal, fur, polyester. These are the few types of fibers. So now we are going to deal about some common plant fibers. Cotton. You can see in the diagram. The first diagram is showing the cotton balls. It is immature and it is greenish in color, and it is the size having of a lemon. It will mature and you can see it will have some cracks on the border, and ultimately it will burst open and the cottons will be sprayed. They will come out of the bud, and then the farmers just take out these cotton balls and obtain cotton fiber. So cotton plants are grown in the field, usually the places having what are the climate, that is climate will be warm climate and the soil would be black soil. Cotton bears fruit in the size of the lemon. Cotton balls which burst open upon maturing and seeds wrap up in the cotton fiber becomes visible. Cotton is gently picked up by hands, and then what is it next? You know, this cotton fiber, that is the cotton that is obtained from cotton balls, they are having seeds inside. So we have to take out the seeds. We will take out the seeds by a process called ginning. So all cotton fibers are removed from the balls through a process that is called ginning. Next, the next cotton fiber is the plant fiber is jute. Jute is obtained from the stem of the plant. You can see that in the diagram, the stem, and it is obtained in the flowering stage. It is obtained, you can see there is a flower. So when flower comes out in the plant, then we just obtain the jute stem. Jute is the cheapest and the most affordable fiber, and it is also called golden fiber. So why it is called golden fiber? Because it is the texture of the jute that has named it as golden fiber. It is shiny and also is golden in color, and hence the name given as golden fiber. Unlike cotton, jute is cultivated in the rainy season as because it requires huge amount of rain or huge amount of water. The plant is harvested during the flowering season. When flower comes, they are cut down, and what happens after they are cut down? They are soaked in water, stagnant water. And what will happen? After soaking it, the outer covering of the stem will get rotten and the inside jute fiber will come out. And this jute fiber is obtained and they are used for making different types of materials like gunny bags, like ropes, and many more. Next, spinning. So what is spinning? We have just obtained all the plant fibers like jute or cotton. Now these fibers need to be made into fine thread like structure, and this is done by a process that is known as spinning. What is spinning? The spinning is the process of converting fiber into yarn by twisting the fiber using machines. They can be done by machine also, and they can be done by hand also. There are two major devices called takli, which is a hand spindle, and charkha, which is also a hand operated device that are used for spinning. So you should keep in mind that we can use machine also, or we can use hand operated device like charkha and a hand spindle like takli to spin to make the yarn. Next, yarn that we have produced, that has to be converted into fabric. So how will you convert? There are two major ways by which yarn is converted into fabric, namely weaving and knitting. What is weaving? The process of entwining that or two sets of yarns simultaneously to make fabric is called weaving. So here we are using two yarns to make the fabric. You can see in the diagram that one yarn is running in this way. One set of yarn is running in this way and the other set is running in this way. So there is a network of two yarns in case of weaving. But in case of knitting, you can see, and you have seen also at home also, that your mother, grandmother, nani, dadi, they have prepared sweaters at home or mufflers at home. So you have seen their uses two needles to weave, or sorry, to knit the sweaters, and there she uses only a single yarn. You can see the finger, on the top of the finger there is a single yarn. So here in case of knitting, only a single yarn is used to make the fabric. So knitting is a process by which single strands of yarn is used to make the fabric. What I produce? Socks, sweaters, mufflers and a lot of other winter clothes are knitted to make the fabric. So that is all about this chapter. Thank you, children.